you mangy mutts, to the dogs of war.
And welcome, you mangy mutts, to the Dogs of War. So I thought today I would start a YouTube channel just to give somewhere for, I don't know, those of us who like to paint and hobby in the Warhammer community, another place to hang out. And I don't know, some models. So today we're going to be painting Suppressor, Primaris Suppressor. And I'm going to be putting some Space Wolf colors on him. I've already based him with a, I guess it's a wolf. Oh, what color is it? I don't know. It's one that I'd mixed up there and went over it with the Space Wolf, the Fang, but a little lighter version of it. So at this point, I think I'm going to be doing probably paint some of the black first. We'll go from there. So let's get to it. I changed the camera so you can see what paints I'm using. You'll be able to see my palette. I actually put a transparency down, and we'll show kind of how I'm thinning the paint, if I am thinning the paint, if I'm doing it correctly, who knows. But I figure between me and the community here, maybe we'll figure out how to do it together. Let's take a look. All right. I believe I'm going to paint the gun. I believe I'm going to paint his gun here and here. I'm going to paint those black first, and then may go over them. We've got some down in there to get. Better to take a look at what parts that you're going to paint, what color, and to start with before you actually get going. So let's get some paint on our palette here. Already kind of thin there. May not have to thin that. That there, so that's what I'm using right now. Just an Army Painter paint. Yeah, I'm gonna have. And I don't like getting paint too close to the base of my brush there. Yeah, I'm in focus. And you'd think with my hands shaking so much I wouldn't be able to paint anything. Honest, I'm a little nervous. With it being the first time on camera to paint. And I'm not that great of a painter. But I try. I'm learning. And I'll probably make some mistakes. No, that's not a probably. I'm going to make mistakes. No doubt. But it's just paint. You can go back and fix them. And the camera here, you should be able to see even more of the mistakes that I make. And thing is, it is okay to make mistakes. It's actually beneficial to make mistakes. When learning how to paint, you can learn, well, what not to do. Guess I could put a little bit of music on here. Everybody likes a little bit of something in the background, so yeah. I don't like it totally quiet. Like a, see what I'm going to paint here. You see my hand shaking? And the fact that I'm going to go over this gun again anyway, I'm not really worried about getting paint everywhere on it. Or being real neat with it. And one of the good things too about, I figure starting the channel here is it's gonna get me to painting more of my models. It's the good thing. And I saw somewhere that, or I guess I heard that playing in some of the tournaments, you're going to get docked victory points for not bringing painted models. Or maybe it's not docked victory points, maybe it was you get bonus points for bringing painted models. And I started the stream or the video here without putting my glove on that I normally wear. I need to do that. I normally wear a glove. One just so my holes from my hand isn't getting on the model. And it'll give me somewhere to test paint colors on too. I do that. Matter of fact, I reused my my glove for quite a while, several times before I actually had to change it, so it's got lots of different colors on it. I'm going to paint that those black too. else needs to be black. Guess I could do the gun barrel black. That black is just drying quick. And apparently I did not paint it primer on the gun barrel. How can you tell? Well, look. No paint wants to stick there. And what do you do if that happens? Well, gotta put some paint on. And you just keep painting. Keep going. I believe there's going to be a lot of silver on here. Or, I say silver, it's at the top of that one. It's going to be a lead belcher, is what I'm going to put. I'll have to go back over that gun there. Let's see if I can get my glove on. And yeah, see, I had eaten some Nurgle recently, and yeah, I got it everywhere. Get a little bit of let's get some lead belcher on it. Gonna make some things stand out. Thick. Alright, I'll move the paints around so you can see. What we're painting with now. Okay. Painting on camera. On camera is a bit different. I don't know. Getting I don't know if I'm any more worried about what I'm painting than normal, but it is a little slower. Plus I'm concerned whether I'm staying in the frame, which I'm probably not a whole lot. Sorry about that. Water that down a little bit. I can make it last a little longer and go into cracks a little better. Like go over it with a wash also. Non-oil wash. make the silver metallic looking pieces pop a little. I don't have a gloss Nuln Oil. I guess I need some of that. Well, maybe I don't need it. I probably could make some. Have some of the furniture polish recipes that are floating around. Which I think it's just furniture polish mixed with a little bit of small amount of paint. Probably could use ink. I've seen several different recipes. I don't know if I want to do the... I'm going to have to come back to the grenades there. Back over here and... see. Hope it's recording. Hope it's working. You get a fear of, I don't know, I always want to do well and things to work as planned. Not that they always do, that they often do, but regardless, I try to set up for success. I guess you really should do that in everything that you do. Try to set yourself up to succeed. But more times than not, things don't go as planned. You have to adjust and move forward. And I'm not sure if maybe these parts from here. Yeah, paint those. I don't know if they're going to be, well, we'll say they're going to start out as being lead belcher. And they could end up being a different color at the end of the day. Yeah, I just wanted to get some paint on these guys. One way or another. Getting started, you know, making time to hobby or making time to, you know, paint or assemble or, you know, these times hanging out with your friends is, you know, not necessarily the best way to go, in my opinion. There are other methods. You have Tabletop Simulator, and I don't know if they've found a way to play on Roll20 or not. But, I mean, there's other ways. Play, I guess. Alright. Yeah, getting started. How? Picking the brush up. or pick it sitting down and making time. Put a model together a little bit. Just make time to, I don't know, come hang out with me. And you can do other stuff while you've got this going in the background. And not that I'm the most interesting person to listen to, but I am present. And I want to be here to enjoy the hobby with you. And we got a little bit done. We managed to I think I painted most of the places that I wanted to be silver. Well, yes, some of them. I think we might have a lot of little parts on the backpack that I normally paint silver on most of the other models. I think the Grav, I want those to be silver too. There we go. Okay. Coming along. Take a look and see what else might need to be silver before if I can just brush and start again. Well, what's the next color we want to do? Well, could try to put some yellow on that shoulder pad there. And I want some yellow here also, I believe. These guys. And I don't know whether I want to use on Sunset. That gave a chalky finish. There's some. I have an ink, yellow ochre, that's worked out really well. So I think I'll try to, let's see if I can paint a little bit with that. So I didn't realize, I guess putting the paint here on this transparency, it dries really quick. Compared to the wet palette there that I have. Let's see here. Move some of these other paints back. And there we go. That's what I'm using now. And I don't know if you've not painted with inks before, it's different. I picked up some inks from Michael's or Hobby Lobby or somewhere. And would buy a little bit at a time. Where I built up colors, but I was using it through the airbrush. And I just started playing with them and see how they work and how I could integrate them into my workflow. And if you noticed, so these are acrylic inks. But paint them on there if you can get back in frame. So you can see real splotchy. You remember acrylic paints are transparent anyway. And inks are no different in that respect. Acrylic inks. It's going to take several coats to get this dark as I would like it. So right now I'm just trying to get it on there. There we go. This other is not completely dry, but see if it'll take another coat anyway without ripping the first one. I liked the fact these inks gave a smooth look. Yeah, obviously not the first layer. Second layer. Thinking 3. Obviously, if I wait longer, I probably wouldn't have to do as much. But I'm impatient. And at this point, there's some Space Wolf colors. A little bit on the back here. This ink is so it's thin, it flows down into the crevices of some of these spots that you could get it to work like that with a regular paint. And sometimes I do. I'm consistent at being non-consistent, maybe? If third time's a charm. And if not, I'll just go over it again. Good bright yellow. There. Let me take one more. Let that one dry a little bit. So I'm on this guard back in frame. I need an alarm. Tells me whenever I start getting the model out of frame. That would definitely help. Alright. Get some of the paint off. Now, I'm going to have to move on to something different while that dries a little bit. So, add a little something. A drop of Retropeater Armor. Yeah. Alright. See if I can get in here. I guess one of the things with painting, and I'll be able to show well how I'm painting some of the models I have, and hopefully get some input on how I can do it better or different, and how things may work out better, what might be easier. Yeah, there's bound to be, I know there's multiple ways to paint these guys. Oh, messed that up. Have any bit of a belcher? Oh. Just enough to go over where I messed up. Well, I say messed up. I got a little bit outside the line of the skull. So get straight out of the pot. Get a dot of that belcher and just go over that area. Clean it up. Which I probably wouldn't have to clean it up right away, but just as well. I could come back and it would be waiting on me whenever I came back. Make that black happening. Realized that I didn't get a little his pistol handle there. Ways in there. Way stuck underneath it. Okay. Got a little bit of black. Go over barrel again a little bit. Make a little more of the paint stick. Really prime it that well. Prime it at all there. Alright, what do we got left on this top? Okay. Go ahead and give me a dark green. Let's see, the dark green. A good grenade green. A couple of green grenade. Use that contrast paint there. There we go. Green grenades there. Just another little detail that out. More green. More of that green. We're going to need about some snake bite leather. Yeah, snake wild. Started using the wildwood for the holsters. I like the darker look. We got a little pouch over here. His belt. And I'm actually going to do his belt and the holster. And that extra pouch done in wildwood too. How many ways I can twist this model to get to that holster? Goal right now. Get to the holster without painting half the model brown. There we go. That work? Dries so fast on this transparency. It amazes me. This should be of interest. So about that. Citadel in a dropper bottle. I managed to transfer Screaming Skull to one of these dropper bottles to test. Okay. Pretty seal. Some skull on there. Really decided. I think this other shoulder is going to have to be. I think I'm going to have to do it white. It's supposed to be white. Black and white. It's the colors for unit. Okay. Done. And I'm probably wasting a whole lot of paint. See it drying for my eyes. I'm happy with that shoulder there. I'm going a little bit more. Right here. Okay. Let's see. I'll get a little bit of the white on the other shoulder. There we go. And while I'm at it, I probably can grab a little bit of this. Well, I'm not on camera here. Okay, let's get back over here. Here. Okay. I think that white, I think it's you're gonna have chocolate. How to fix it. Water it down. A bit of water. But I've already painted with a watered down white. Top of that chalk. And got rid of some of it. But I've got a little bit of this watered down. I can go. Seal. There we go. So yeah, not a professional painter. Just want to paint my little dudes and have people to hang out with while I do it. Okay. Let's see. Why don't we get us let me get a red. Red. Don't really need a little bit. I'm gonna do Mephiston red. Make this security seal stand out. Be a good time. Go in for the eyes. I think I might. But I'm gonna do that with a different one. A bit of water. Big that brush is. See if I can get close enough to paint these. Maybe that work. Tedious. Gotta get. Lost the two. I guess if I went outside the line a little bit, then it would just look like it was glowing. White. A little dot of white. Make it look like a glow. here where you might be able to see that. I don't know. Maybe I like the. It's a little different. Some more white on this. All right, so I think more layers on it, just like with the yellow. I believe more layers helped out there. So got I like that. I like that look. Now the yellow is it's got a gloss to it there that I'm not. It's not horrible, but I think I don't know. I think I think it'll be okay. Whenever I seal it, I put a matte varnish on it. It'll take some of that away. But just looking, I mean, looking at the model as it stands, I haven't put any wash on it yet. I'm fine with putting it on the tabletop. I'm fine with playing with that. It would even before doing any of the highlighting or edging on the gun, which I'm not going to edge. Hidden. But before doing any of that, before doing any of the washes on the silver here, which I will do, then I'm fine with that. That looks, yeah, I'm fine with putting it on the tabletop and playing with him. What do you think? Leave something in the comments there. If this is something that you'd put on the tabletop, would you stop here? Would you go a little further? Would you go ahead and, obviously I'm going to put a little bit of the washes on it. And I need to paint some of the black stripes on this shoulder here, which I'm a little worried about because my stripe painting capability is not great. I probably could use transfers, but putting on transfers, I mean, that's something that I'm not real great at either. So yeah, it's just somebody to hang out, listen to some Warhammer type soundtracks, and paint your models. I've got the new Indominus box set pre-ordered. So I'll be getting one of those. I'll probably be getting 1.5 of those to put together. And other than Ragnar, I've got him put together and painted. in the Prophecy of the Wolf box, but I've not started on any of the others. So we have a lot of assembling to do, a lot more videos to make, and I've got 3 more of these guys to paint up. So lots of work. But for the first stream, yeah, it's a little choppy. I find that I don't like this palette. This is paint drying this fast is not great. I want to be able to bounce back and forth between the paints and coming back to one of them, and it's already completely dry. That's no good to me. But I do like, I would like for you to be able to see as I'm mixing the paints. So I'll look at how maybe the other camera that I have here can show a small wet palette there. So I may come up with something that I can put there in front of the paint, so you can see the paint that I'm using, and you can see the palette there as I'm mixing it and everything, so that you may see, either another way to mix and to use your paints, or you may see that I'm doing it completely wrong and can share that with me too. But for now, and it's really late at night, I probably need to go to sleep anyway. And if you notice, my face is normally red. Stayed in a swimming pool too long today, I think, in the middle of the day. So yeah, maybe that will tan and not look so red for next stream. But anyway, thanks for hanging out and taking a look at the videos, and hit the subscribe button. Just so I can see that maybe you liked it and want to see more. Hit the like button. Let me know if there's things that you'd want to see different, or maybe a technique or something that you'd like to see. Put it in the comments, and I'll learn how to do it with you. But for now, I believe that I have to say goodbye. Take care, everybody.